What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Missing Crypto Show. I hope everybody's doing well today. I am your host, Randi Hipper, back at it. If you guys are new, if you guys are just here to hang, it's nice to see you all in the chat. Hello, chat. Nice to see you hanging. Make sure you like, subscribe, share this stream out with friends so more people could join in on the awesome, cool vibes that we have going on today. I hope everybody's having a happy Friday. And yes, I indeed said Friday because we're celebrating. We worked hard to get to the end of the week where we could hype in the chat. I see so much hype in the chat. Hype it up. Let's go. Say hello. We're all really friendly in here. Again, smash the like, share it out. I want to waste no time. I want to talk to today's zesty guest, Mitch Ray TA. Welcome to the show. How are you doing today?
I'm doing quite well. Thank you so much for having me again. Second time I've been here. And yeah, we're just going to shoot the S about whatever, you know, you're the host. So you're going to guide us. You're steering the ship here. So yeah, it's Friday for sure. What'd you say is Friday? Friday. Got you. Yes, yeah. It certainly is.
Yes.
The weekend's here. And we got some nice football tomorrow. The U.S. plays the Netherlands at like 8 a.m. or something.
Oh, soccer?
Oh, well, hey, some people would be very offended you said that.
Oh, but, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I used to say soccer all the time until I went to the UK. And then like after that, no more. I just say like European football.
European football,
yeah. So
okay.
Anyway, I guess I'll try to be up for that, but it's going to be tough, I guess, right? Are you going to get up to watch that game?
Oh, I don't know. I don't like... People might get like upset with me, but like I want European football out here. Like I've been like just like seeing the games happen, but I'm not really like in there. Oh, thank you for the $9.99 super chat, Rethink Finance. Mitch Ray, the legend, he said. It's indeed true.
What's up, Rethink Finance? Thanks, dude.
He's the Lord.
Oh yeah, whatever. Okay. No, I'm not into football either, like that football either. But it's the World Cup. It's like an election. It's like once every 4 years, and you know the U.S. is
is it really
competitive? Yeah, this is it.
Oh.
It's the Olympics. So we just made it through the first round or whatever, barely, and we're advancing. And so I think that's some people say that the U.S. is better than they've maybe ever been, the way they're playing right now. So it's just fun to the camaraderie of it. Why not? It's 90-minute game and then it's over. You go on with your day. But no, I get it. Not many people are into that over here. So because we have real football.
Wow, that's like a dicey, spicy statement. You're like, real football. That's crazy. Like it's just American football. I think I think we kind of stole it, like the football, right?
It's just a completely different sport. So
like the name. They kind of had it first.
Yeah, they had it first for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely changed it up, and that's cool. It's really cool because you're seeing other countries that are doing it too, like following like on Twitter. Like there's the Japanese are playing football now, Mexicans are playing football, Irish are playing football. They're all having like their championships and stuff right around now. Yeah, so I didn't really know that.
American football?
Yeah, they're playing American football in all these other countries now. Yeah.
Wow.
Sure.
I think it is spreading around. I do know that there's like it's like some kids that don't go pro or like they're not like at pro level yet. They'll go to other countries and play like basketball
CFL.
And like football, a few other sports, baseball. Yeah, that's a thing. I remember that's a thing.
It's like a farm league kind of deal. Yeah. Like, you'll have like in baseball minor league teams, and then like in Birmingham, they have the Barons, and they're like a farm school of the Chicago White Sox. Mm-hmm. And their logos look similar and all that, whatever. But, and then I guess in football, they don't really have that as much for pros. So that, you'll have like the Canadian Football League. Players will go up there. I think there's like XFL too now, kind of.
Yes, I was just going to ask you about that. Did you hear that The Rock bought his own football league? Isn't that crazy? I think isn't that the XFL?
Rock.
Yes.
I don't know. That thing's gone bankrupt like 3 times or something now. They tried it so many times.
Wait, the Rock Football League. Hold on. I'm Googling. I'm doing the Googles. Yeah, the Rock's XFL will return in 2023. I was watching, I saw him on TV like talking about it and doing an interview on ESPN.
Yeah.
How I saw that again, bro. I don't even know, but I did see it. But yeah, so I thought that was interesting. I believe the McMahons owned it before, and he bought it from him.
Interesting.
If anyone wants to correct me on that, Ken's log is in the chat. If you could correct me on that, I believe the McMahons owned it from like WWE.
Do you think The Rock ever got into crypto?
I don't know. I don't remember hearing. I don't remember hearing anything about it. I mean, he should.
Escaped then,
Did you watch The Rock show Ballers? I think it was called on HBO. Like that was so. It was. I loved it. Oh my gosh! I thought it was super cool. I was just like, wow, like this is the end, and like, and then ironically, how it ended. What didn't it end like how he got his own football team? Like he bought his own football team. Is the way the show ended. Isn't that a little ironic? Now he has his own league.
Yeah, and I was like thinking when you said that, I'm like thinking about that show. I'm like, that's no wonder, right? I mean, probably why, but I hope it works out. People normally are so devoted to like pro football, NFL anyway now, and college. It's so competitive, and that's why it's failed before. You know, like here they've tried it in Birmingham, and it's just no one cares. They can't make money doing it, and there's not enough interest, so no one shows up to the games. And eventually it just fizzles out and then legit goes bankrupt and dies. And then they try something new 3 to 5 years later. And it just same thing over and over, revolving door of sports or like, you know, intersections of the sports that already exist. So, yeah.
I mean, it's hard to compete with like the NFL. Like that's pretty baller of The Rock, like literally ballers. Like it's pretty crazy. And then I don't know if you're like a WWE person because then now there's like AEW.
Do I look like a WWE person?
I don't know. Like, are you not? Was that like to be salty? Like,
no, I'm just saying like, you know, like I don't know. I mean, like WWE, it's acting, right? They act and I don't know. It's like watching a TV show, I guess, that's live.
Yeah.
And they read a script and stuff. I never really got into that. I mean, I actually,
well, I mean, I was in.
It happened, right? I mean, that's real, isn't it? I don't know. I wrestled in high school, like the sport, and so it's kind of like weird, you know.
Yeah.
Wrestling. Like I wrestled like what WWE? It's like no, just like Roman Gecko wrestling. So. I don't know. Yeah. Did you ever get into WWF?
Yeah.
WWE?
Yeah, I was pretty into it. Yeah. I went to Monday Night Raw. I went to Road to SummerSlam, I think it was. Yeah, I've gone to like 2 live events.
Who's your favorite?
But I'm not like I haven't been into it the last few years, honestly. I did slack off on WWE. My favorite wrestler, that's so difficult. That's so difficult.
Goldust, right?
Goldust was cool. I liked him. I also liked what was his name? The one that like was so weird and he used to like literally do a bridge, like bend over backwards. He had a beard and he used to come out with like a crew, like 2 other guys behind him.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh. No. I forgot what his name is. Oh my gosh. Wow, I'm really slipping right now. He was really
it's
cold.
Not Stone Cold Steve Austin.
No, someone else. Like Bray Wyatt. Yes, it's Bray Wyatt. He was super weird. That's why I liked him. I also love Randy Orton. He's king. The Viper. King. Yeah, I love the Viper.
Okay.
And
interesting.
Yeah, the Undertaker's cool. Like pretty much all the OGs are cool, but then there were good women on the show too. But I'm not sure about the new girls. Like, I haven't watched the past few years. Like, a lot of the girls I watch aren't even there anymore.
Have you ever thought about pursuing a career in WWE?
Are you kidding? I'm literally 5'1". Imagine, like, that I would get tossed in there. That would be
your strength.
What? I mean, like, I'll probably just trip them. Like,
yeah, you could
all these girls are huge.
Like, yeah, well, I don't know. You could teach them about crypto, maybe. And then,
I mean,
I don't know, something like you could be crypto girl, easy, right?
I mean, I'd rather not wrestle. I think I'd just be damaged, straight up damaged. I wouldn't be able to do it. Would I like to
get you a good personal trainer, get you jacked?
We'll
work on it.
Imagine, like, I could, like, you know, I talk about this with my friend David Gokshin. Like, you could pump iron to pump the markets.
You could.
Like,
Yeah.
woo.
You could pump iron to pump the markets. Yeah. The whole world would be on your shoulders right now because I don't know. It's we're in pretty precarious times with risk on asset.
Oh, cough, cough.
Where oh wait, sorry, I
No,
muted.
no, you're good. You're good.
I'm muting it when I do that, right? Y'all can't hear me when I cough, right?
No.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
No, you're good.
It works.
So go on.
Yeah. Yeah. So like where we are right now, it's Friday. The weekly candle closed 16 minutes ago, and the S&P closed within its mother of all trend lines, I like to call it. Can we maybe pull that up? Is that cool for me to
sure?
Share for a
Yes,
sec,
yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Okay, let me
go for it. Share away. Get ready for the alpha, kiddos, and smash the likes.
Oh crap! Hold on. Let's see.
Do.
All right. So where is the screen? Oh, wait, share screen.
Yeah.
Which one?
You could do a window or a tab.
Okay, sharing now.
Drop the alpha, Mitch.
Okay, do y'all see this?
It's currently not showing. Hold on. I don't know. It said it's
you started freaking out.
So unshare and then reshare.
Zoom quit unexpected.
Was it me?
Oh my god, it's like legit. Nah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Do you need to leave the meeting and then rejoin it? You could do that too if you need to.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Okay, leave the meeting and come back.
How is this?
Okay, friends, he's gonna leave and come back. If you guys have any questions, drop it in the chat, and I will try I will chat with you guys. I don't know. Stop sharing. Let's see if he comes back. Technical difficulties are so fun. Yes, they are. It's the most fun. Absolutely love it. Let me see if I could kick him from the meeting. Let me see. I think I got him back. Let's go. I'm trying, friends. I'm getting him back. We're going to see what happens. He should be joining in now. Hi, J-Togs. Nice to see you. Misting Crypto versus the bugs in WWE. I'm dead. Yes, I could. I can't see you, though.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. I mean, like, hey, this is Zoom. I never use Zoom.
Zoom is poo sometimes, even though I do pay a subscription for that.
That's
Sorry,
crazy.
Zoom, don't censor me. Someone asked if I was gonna. They said Miss Team versus the bugs in WWE. I'll fight them. I'll swat them all.
That'd be a fair opponent, right?
I'll swat them all.
You'll swat them.
Oh, I think he froze again. Oh no.
My computer isn't letting. Dude, it just crashed again. No way.
Wow. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh my god, I'm showing you. I'm like
You're sending me pictures? All right, I'll check.
Ridiculous. I'm gonna have to one more time, but we can't screen share now, I guess.
Oh no. Let me
What?
I don't know what's happening. I'm sorry. I wish things were better.
It's
yeah, so if all right. It's not the live that's messed up. It's the Zoom that's messed up. All right. I'm going to have to stop his sharing. I'll talk just me for a moment. All right, friends. Well, this is some technical difficulties. This is what happens when you live stream. Of course, stuff like this comes along. And you just got to like roll with the punches, you know?
That's great.
What? My inspirational talk?
No, sorry. This whole thing, this whole like fiasco where I can't screen share without Zoom crashing. That's wild. And it's not just that. It's like my computer like seizes up too. I have a supercomputer virtually. I mean, I have like an AMD 3970X Threadripper, a 3090 EVGA RTX, right? I mean, I've got like 48 gigs of RAM. I mean, supercomputer. And that happens. That doesn't make any sense. But that is life. That is how it works, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. That's just.
I feel like your salt.
That's the way it's been going for me lately. Just, like sent you those flamingo socks. The picture I was at. I have less than 3,000 miles on my new BMW, and there's a nail in the tire on the side, so they can't even patch it up. I just get a brand new tire, less than 3,000 miles. So, yeah. Anyway, just trying to persevere through all this adversity that I've been tested with lately.
Yeah, that's some stuff right there. Like your car.
Yes.
I know, like you have a construction going on in your home right now, which is a whole other thing to deal with. And wow.
Yeah, I'm not even
sorry
living here. I commute here every day. This is like my office. Thankfully, upstairs is fine, but still, anyway. So what I was gonna say, and I guess I can't show it, but I guess tune into my stream to look at the charts later. But the S&P 500 is hitting a supply line that it goes all the way back to the beginning of the year, and in August, that is what it hit before it reversed. Just after testing at one time back in August, the S&P lost 19.3% of its value in 58 days. So that's something that really people need to be paying attention to. You tested it yesterday, and today you gapped down and you were unable to retest it. And you closed today lower than you closed yesterday, and there is a bearish reversal candle. One could look at yesterday's candle close on the S&P 500 as potentially an evening star reversal. And the other thing that kind of goes along hand in hand with the S&P at this critical supply line is the volatility index, which I'm sure you probably heard something about what's going on there today.
Yeah. Wait, I wanted to ask, because someone was saying in the chat that you could send me the chart and I could share it. Is that a thing?
What is it?
Someone said you could send me a link to the chart.
I can send you the chart. Yeah, I could send you the chart.
Oh.
Yeah, and you could we'll do it that way.
Yeah.
It's just like I can't interact with it and stuff. But yeah, here, I'll let me send it to you in Discord, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that. Wait, send it in the Zoom chat.
Okay. How do I see?
There's a little chat box on the bottom.
This copy chart image and then type message.
Someone said they're laughing a lot this stream. Ken's, I'm happy you're giggling. I'm giggling too. This is a good time, my friends. We're trying to figure out this technical thing we're going through.
There we go. Let's see if yeah, there you go. That should work.
Okay, let me see. I checky. Oh, cool. All right, hold on. I will get it up. Give me a moment. Share screen. Chart. Yay.
There it is.
Cool.
Right, the mother of all supply lines. As you can see, testing it yesterday, unable to break it. But you did close above the 200-day simple moving average. That is that red line right there, very big. It's an important level. So you have that along with, at the same time, let me show you here, the VIX, and I'm gonna send it your way too. I'm just gonna clean it up to where you can see really.
Okay. Let me see.
The importance here, okay, of this level this year. Let's see, where do I chat? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So there's the VIX I just sent.
Okay, this is popping up. There we go.
All right. So you see that first low where that horizontal line starts. That was back in April, early April. You see it now. That was the top for the S&P. April 4th, 5th is exactly when, a massive reversal occurred. And then you go up to early May, and that was the exact. I'm sorry, that was the top, right? From that bottom to the top, you have the exact bottom when everything reversed. And then you go to August 15th, right, where it goes back. Yep, you're
around here. Right?
Yep, that is also the other top, August 16th. That was exactly when you go back to the S&P chart. That was when it hit that supply line and the 200-day simple moving average.
Over here.
No, higher.
Oh, wait, yeah,
right?
here. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, right there. So you're hitting the same levels. So you're thinking, if history repeats itself, history from this year, doesn't it make all the sense in the world where this is exactly where we'd see a reversal on the index fund, the S&P 500? Just, using what we've seen before, taking historical data and seeing if that could play out the same way.
And how... Go on.
No, you go on. What was the question?
No, so I was gonna ask, so how are you observing the markets now, being that there's so much going on in this world, and then now they're saying the news has been overtaken by FTX, and I feel like a lot of it is being excuse for why the market is kind of not doing good. I've been hearing some outlets saying that, Bitcoin's not doing good, so everything else isn't doing good, or FTX this and FTX that. But do you think any of that was impacting the markets, all the FUD?
Initially, yeah, absolutely. You could go to the day that all this broke, and that is when Bitcoin broke back below 19,891, and that was it. That was when we went and we dumped to the lowest level we had seen in 2 years. That was initial though. And, the news has just kept coming out how bad it is. Just just vectors, stuff that was side effects and causations because of FTX. But with all that being said, Bitcoin has held. Bitcoin held up. Bitcoin's not gone any lower since that day of November 9th. That was when everything kind of broke, or maybe it was the 9th or the 8th, 2 nasty days. You went down, you retested it on the 21st, but buyers defended that level, and you've rallied back above 16,200. And that level is a November 2020 valley. And now you've rallied off of that, and you're seeing, a couple of days ago, you had your highest daily candle close since November 10th. So if you're in a very well-established downtrend, that's certain. We know, that, and you just made multi-year lows. But 16,200, that level has been defended by buyers, and on total market cap, the exact same thing. I can show you, this is an important chart.
Oh yeah,
very, very important. You just want to see here.
Send the chart.
Z chart.
Z chart.
Okay, this is total market caps chart. And if you look left.
All right, hold on.
It goes up. Yep.
I'm going to find it. There we go.
So if you look all the way over, that's 2018, that peak.
Oh, over here.
Yeah, way far away, right? You go all the way back and here, and then you see June 18th. Buyers defended it the first time. Then we went on a summer rally that took us to nearly 25K or $1.17 trillion. And now a second time, right? You made multi-year lows on total market cap, but the breakdown was real for only a day before the bids came back in. You rallied back above that level, and now you've successfully back tested that level of support on November 28th. And you've been up since then. So that's the interesting part of all this, where we know we're in a downtrend, clearly. just made our lowest lows. But you're back above a key inflection point for now. And you can't really be that surprised if buyers defended for the second time, which they have. Bitcoin could, or total market cap could go to $960 billion, and you make a lower high and then you roll over later. That could happen. So, but my concern now is like me saying all that. We just talked about the S&P 500, where it is, and what the VIX is doing. So it's just like, if volatility starts picking up, that is the kryptonite for crypto, no pun intended, right? I mean, the VIX is the kryptonite for every asset: gold, silver, cotton future, orange juice futures, Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever, everything. So if the VIX spikes, there's no way Bitcoin's holding up. It's going to start dumping again. That's my concern with where we are in this market.
Where do you think Bitcoin's going to go? You think we're dumping? So where are we going? Mitch, where are we going?
Well, the beautiful thing about it is, as a trader, you don't have to know where an asset's going to make money.
Oh,
you just don't. Yeah.
That's spicy.
Yeah, because it's like these levels that we're looking at, there are ways where you can strategize your risk, right? Taking an entry after a successful back test of a level as support and a spring back test. I mean, that is just, you can enter there because you're so close to that inflection point that if the asset rolled over and dumped and you fell below that inflection point, you have a tight stop loss set up just below it, marginally below it. So very little loss. But if it was a successful back test of that key level from November 2020 on Bitcoin, and it rallied to 19,650, you'd be in on it. You'd be owning the asset while it ran up, and that'd be a take profits on Bitcoin. So you see what I'm saying? Where I can't screen share. It sucks so bad.
I mean, I would say try again, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's just, there's something wrong. I mean, I feel like doing it twice. I'll try one more time, and if it doesn't, then we'll just say, you know what?
If it doesn't, the Southern accent.
What? Oh yeah. Well, it comes out sometimes.
If it don't.
I didn't say don't.
No, I was doing that. That was just me being dramatic.
Brooklyn. Yeah, Brooklyn girl. Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, gonna go get some gabagoo.
Literally nothing close to it, but nice try. Not even close.
Not even close. Huh?
Not even close. Right. Is that what I sound like?
Definitely.
That's messed up.
There's no way this is going to work. It's not freezing.
But it's freezing. As he said, it's not freezing. It freezes.
Yep. There's no way.
All right. So
it just crashed again. Oh my God.
Wow. R.I.P. Mitch Ray. The Lord is being struck down by Zoom.
Yep.
Okay.
It just crashed twice. And so wild.
Yeah. I'm trying to disable your screen share. And he's gone. Bye, Mitch Ray. Oh, wait. No, he's back.
It keeps crashing. This is the third time it's crashed.
All right. So he's got to leave. He's got to go.
Well,
Leave and come back. Leave and come back. Rugged. Indeed, J-Mac. Rugged.
All right. We're back.
And we're back. Wait, how do you open your show again? You're like, Tritters.
Hey, Tritters. Welcome to
Hey, Tritters.
Hey. It's like the Brooklyn. It's the Brooklyn A.
I wouldn't say it's like a Brooklyn A. Like, we're like, it's like cooler.
It's not A.
It's like, we're like, A, like,
That's A.
Like, but a cooler one. We're like a lot of swag in it. Like, yours is a lot more like chill. Like, you're like, Tritters. Welcome to the show.
Speak. You should speak Brooklyn. I know you mask it a little bit because it comes out.
I don't really mask it.
You don't? It's called code switching, if you didn't know.
Code switching.
Yeah, it's like a terminology, like where you speak differently so you can resonate better with who you're talking to. If like this is not something I'm doing, but if I, say I went to a random poker game out in the sticks and everyone's like got an accent like real bad and like they're just super Southern people, I might be more inclined to let it go, the way I'm speaking now. Yeah, or not, right? But like, and then I'll go live on my stream. I would never talk like that. So, and I guess you may do the same thing. Like if you're in broadcasting, if you're like on a stream, I mean, there's that Midwestern accent that has been like kind of the standard, the gold standard for the voice, the accent to have. So, kind of like that Chris Hansen Michigan accent. I don't know. So, Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, but not really. Like they can get real bad there too. I guess Ohio. You get in there and you mix it all together. That's like the most coveted accent. So anyway, yeah.
Interesting.
But, yeah, it's weird, but
I guess, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like your accent's like strong, but it's like not that strong.
It's strong, but it's not strong. What does that mean? That's
like it's not like overly. Happen. It's not like some people are very heavy with their southern accents.
Yes, they
like you can't like sometimes you can't even understand like what they're saying.
That's the same way with Yankees though. The Yankee accent can be so thick that you can't understand it really, or it's difficult.
I feel like a lot of it's fading though. Like I think like a lot of the younger generations, like especially here. Oh, I gotta plug in my light. It just went out on me. I'm freaking dead.
Whoa! Oh my god!
I have an outage. But like, I forgot what I was doing because my light went out.
Yeah. That was that's the light bulb on the top of your head. It went out, unfortunately.
It did. Yeah, it did. Literally, my brain fizzled when my lights fizzled. Hold on, it's the white wire.
The white wire?
Over here. Hold on, I'm getting assistance. Right here. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Epic fail. The battery, I fully charged it.
Producers and stuff behind you? You got a team working with you?
I wish. Imagine.
See, you're like a news station.
There we go. Thank you. Appreciate it. See, it's so bright now.
It must be LED, right? I mean, LED bulbs never go out, do they?
No, it's like this ring light that I got, and it's supposed to be like wireless, right? So I charged it up, and I was like ready for stream, and then it just went out on me. But that's okay. It's better now.
It's back. Yeah, that's cool.
Lighting matters.
No, lighting certainly matters. You can see, right? Blue light, whatever.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. I prefer the blue lights. I don't know why. I
feel like the blue is very crypto winter of you.
Yeah, but it's like always been like that. Even in the 69K where I'm sitting in here with blue lights. I mean, it's kind of like just a standard thing I have. I don't know. I just kind of went with it.
Do you think like the blue has like a certain like vibe about it? Like, you like the blue?
Well, so, I play deep progressive house on my stream subtly in the background, very quietly, and I think that has a profound effect on people's attention spans, right? Because I'm talking about very dry stuff. Could be very boring if you don't care about it. So like people that are watching me and just trying to get some insight on the markets, that 120 BPM is like this subliminal way of keeping them engaged. And at the same time, blue light kills kills the melatonin the melatonin in your brain, right? Prevents you from falling asleep. So it's kind of good for me streaming, right? I'm in a blue room.
Yeah.
I got my coffee. I'm not trying to fall asleep. I'm trying to be jacked, amped up on energy. So blue light's good for that. 120 BPM is good for that. So I don't know, I don't know. I mean, blue light's cool. I could make it all kinds of lights, we could change it to whatever, but blue's kind of my default one, but you can't do that with a green screen, right?
No. I mean, I could get rid of the green screen, and then I just like, I don't get the same vibe. Like, I like my backgrounds. I really do. I mean, everyone that works from home, I think, has like a solid background that they use all the time. But like, you have like a nice setup going on. You have the jerseys back there and everything like that. I mean, crypto, like bringing it back to crypto winter a little bit. Do you think this is like a real crypto winter, or
I mean, it's
because I've been seeing your streams. You've been snowing.
Yeah, it's been crypto winter. I mean, it's been that way. I mean, we've been in a bear trend for a long time now, and the cycle ended people would say the cycle ended at 69K, but people could argue that the cycle ended in April of 2021. I mean, because you made all-time highs like for 10 seconds. So it's like the cycle ended in April of 2021. We just went for a confirmation rally. Oh, we're confirming that the cycle's over. So cycle ended, and how long has it been since then? I'll tell you, you've been in a technical bear trend. You haven't been in a bull market for real in 600 days, 596 days from that initial top. So it could be argued you've been in a crypto winter for like going on 2 years, getting closer and closer to 2 years, right? So maybe not quite 2 years, but I think when you're making lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, and then you have all these scandals and the fraud and all that going on, why not? Well, if this isn't crypto winter, what would be crypto winter, right? You made 2-year lows, your lowest low in 2 years, just like, I don't know, 10 days ago, 12, maybe 2 weeks ago, lowest price since November of 2020. So to me, and that's the problem, is there's just barely, if any, support where you are right now. It's just hard to have any confidence. Really, really difficult to have confidence. So there are a handful of cryptos out there that are showing very, very promising signs where they're not like Bitcoin. They're not like 99.9% of the other cryptos, or 99% of the other cryptos out there, where they're not making multi-year lows just 10, 12 days ago. They are making, in fact, higher lows, consistently making higher lows and higher highs. They are uptrending in the midterm. So if you were going to try to take a chance, you'd be looking for the outperformers, outperforming the macro Bitcoin. You'd be looking for the ones that are showing, what is a higher low? Randy, what's a higher low on a chart represent? Do you know?
No. You have to educate me.
A higher low represents accumulation, right? Doesn't that make sense? Where
yes.
When you see a higher low, that means there are more market participants, or there's the same market participants, but they have more, right, of that asset. So you're looking for accumulation. Bitcoin's showing only distribution. The most recent discernible event on the Bitcoin daily chart was the lowest low in 2 years. But then before that, the most recent discernible event was the lowest high of the entire downtrend we've been in. So that's bad. But when I say that, there's no way you can create some sort of bullish argument, or to say, maybe you'll get a bullish reversal, but you won't get a trend reversal. There is no way to reverse this trend until you make a higher high than your previous high, then a higher low, then a higher high, then a higher low. You need to have consecutive higher highs, higher lows. You have none here on Bitcoin. But like I was saying, you go to a few of them, like Ethereum has not made a lower low than its low from June 18th, Black Saturday, like Bitcoin did, which is interesting, but there is no formal support where it is right now. So, Ethereum's outperforming Bitcoin marginally, but really not sold on it either. But then you go to some, like, I hate to say it, I hate saying this because it's like probably the best looking one of the market cap cryptos that are significant, where you have liquidity and volume, where you wouldn't place a limit buy and be sitting there for 15 minutes, where I'm talking you'd actually get filled. Dogecoin.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew it.
I have to. You have to. There's nothing else really. There are a few others that are similar to Doge currently, but Bitcoin 28th or June 18th, bottoms out 17.5 or whatever. Doge bottoms out at 5 cents. And then in that summer off that low, it rallied up to 9 cents and then sold off and hit 5.86 cents, and then confirmed a bottom there, two lows that were higher than that lowest low, and then rallied to make a higher high, the highest highs it had made since April, and then sold off violently when Bitcoin, the FTX stuff, crashed the market. When Bitcoin made its lowest low in 2 years, Doge went back and made an 88% retrace from its previous local low from October 20th. So a higher low on Doge and completing an M-shaped pattern, and then confirming later on the 21st, the exact same low, and buyers defended the 200-day moving average, whatever. But you now have confirmation of what? Remember, what's a higher low signify?
Accumulation.
right? So we had confirmation of accumulation on Dogecoin, where Bitcoin's hitting the lowest low in 2 years. Doge is making higher lows than it made even in October 21st. So, and off of that, a very, very nice rally. We're talking like off that confirmation low, Doge got as high as 50%. It appreciated in 8 days, 50%. That's crazy gains. And it's pulled back in the past 2 days, but has broken a key level from August 16th at 9 cents, 9.1 cents. And you're well above that right now. So there's just, when you're not using bias of like, hey man, it's Bitcoin, it's a technology, or I'm getting my news from sources on Twitter, or when you're just looking at the charts, this is how this is how I gather my information. Like, yeah, sure, dude, there's going to be stuff out there that's cool. Like, whoa, man, Elon tweeted about Doge or something, or Bitcoin, just Brazil, they're accepting Bitcoin. That's cool. But show me the charts. Show me like what the psychology of buyers and sellers. That's what you're doing when you're looking at a chart. You can see what these people are doing. There's a composite operator, right? There's a person or people that, like the Wizard of Oz, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain, right? There are people behind that curtain that are turning all the cogs in the wheels of the Dogecoin chart. And they're telling us right now, there are more of them than before. And so when almost no other cryptos are doing that, it has to tell you something. Something's going on with Doge right now.
Yeah.
And it's a good asset to be in if you're in these macro conditions. If you're not going to own, if that argument's not good enough for you with technicals, what would be better? Like, find me a chart that's better, chat. Find me a better chart than Doge right now.
Yeah, drop it in the chat.
Yeah, like there are some. Like there.
I mean, whatchamacallit? I know Litecoin was doing pretty well. And I was looking at that and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then, I have to really learn the charts, man. I need to learn. I need like a start.
The right dream.
Yes, we were talking about that before. Hop into Litecoin, and then we'll talk about the dream.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Litecoin is very strong right now. It has arguably reversed its trend in the midterm. It has made consecutive higher. Like, it bottomed out just like Bitcoin did. Black Saturday levels, June 14th, June 18th level. Rallied off of that. It's confirmed higher lows than that lowest low. You did it a multitude of times. In July, September, October, and even November, all making about the same lows, but they're all higher than that lowest low. What's going on? Sellers keep trying so hard to push the price back to $40, the lowest low of the whole downtrend, but they failed for months, and eventually they just relented. They'll give up. That's what happens after enough failures like this. The sellers will just give up, and the buyers will take over because there's just too much demand to push the price lower, and the sellers see that we can't do it. We've summoned all our might to push this price lower, but we can't. So they relent, and then other things happen, like Litecoin broke a supply line that goes back to December of 2021. It even back tested as support. It got above its 200-day moving average as of, I think, like 2 days ago. Well, maybe not. Let's see. November 25th, something happened on Litecoin. Something called the Golden Cross. The daily Golden Cross happened. And it's a lagging indicator, and it's really not that crazy. But it's amazing that it broke that year-long supply line back, tested as support, and then rallied off of it. And only after it breaks out of that do you get the Golden Cross. I think that's magnificent. And it just made its highest level since May. So we're talking multi-month highs. What would we just say? Bitcoin just made multi-year lows, right? 10, 12, 14 days ago, and Litecoin's making its highest level in months. The separation, the divergence here.
And didn't that happen the last cycle too?
It has happened. It was an old trade setup on Litecoin back in September of 2020, where it did, I believe, front run. Let me see here. September 24th, 2020. Remember that date? That was the bottom for Litecoin when it completed its harmonic. September 24th, 2020. Let's go to Bitcoin. Bitcoin, September 2020. September 24th, 2020. Bitcoin pretty much bottomed out there too. So it maybe not back in 2020, because look, Bitcoin had already established an uptrend at that point. Litecoin really had not so much. So maybe it front ran. Yeah, it front ran by a little bit, but Bitcoin pivoted. September 24th is kind of an interesting day. I believe that was a catalyst. I mean, that day was, I wish you could see my chart right here. It was incredible. It was a massive bullish engulfing candle. You had just made a local higher low than your lows from November 7th and 8th, and way higher lows than the low from July. And I remember that vividly. Every day we're going live during that stuff. It was magical times. I miss it. But we'll get those days again. We'll definitely get those days again. So I would say, like, sometimes, yeah, you'll get it front running. I remember Litecoin in 2018 during the bear market when you had these, it was a no trend. It was all kinds of ups and downs. You'd have Litecoin front running and stuff like that. So yes, I remember it has happened before, but
see, I know. I observe.
People, that's a good thing to observe. I mean, front running, but the problem with that is you can't really rely on it, because just because something happened in the past doesn't mean it's going to happen in the future. So that's why you just stick to what you know on the charts, looking for the best performers, looking for the ones outperforming the macro. Bitcoin is the macro. So look for the ones that are doing things that are better, doing things different. Like Ethereum's outperforming Bitcoin because it's made a higher low. It has not taken out the lows from June 18th, Black Saturday. So BNB, the same thing. Even XRP is in better shape than Bitcoin. So you have altcoins that are for now, they have been outperforming Bitcoin.
So what's XRP looking like nowadays? Like, of course, like, pretty, you know, good. I follow, but how does it look on the charts? Because I know there's so much drama going on with XRP, and like, I'm just waiting to hear the verdict. I feel like we were supposed to hear something already, if I'm not mistaken. XRP community, please let me know if I'm wrong. I felt like I heard something that we were supposed to hear an answer of some sort, but I don't think we did.
I think at this point, all that lawsuit stuff's just a meme. Like, again, this is why.
Is it even real? Like, at this point, of course, I'm gonna get hate, but yes, I know it's real. Don't sheesh on me, everyone. I know.
Well, it's just like this type of stuff is exactly why my allegiance is to the charts and not to a particular coin. Because I mean, what is that? I mean, that lawsuit. What are people going to trade on that? What are they going to do? You taking action on that? I mean, like, this thing's been destroyed for so long, but technically it's doing some incredible stuff where, like, I mean, if you're talking about the monthly or the weekly here on a XRP, it from its lowest low, the COVID crash low, to the highest high from that April of 2021. Remember, that was where you think the cycle actually ended. From that low to high, XRP lost 88% of its value. And from June until November, God, I wish you could see this chart. It's like magic. It has tested that 88% retrace all those months, except for October when it just kind of didn't do anything, kind of stayed elevated. But for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 6 months, it's tested the 88% retrace from the previous low to high. It's testing a key inflection point from history as support. So these are the levels where, if there's going to be resolution with one of those lawsuits, this is the area to be owning it, you know, if you're trying to play that, I guess. But that is such a good technical level. I mean, you're at low risk areas now on some cryptos like XRP. Not all of them. Some, like a lot of them, actually look so bad where I wouldn't touch them. They have no argument for upside. Even if they do, they would go up because Bitcoin goes up. But like, Bitcoin's argument's trash too. So you would just be long on the ones that look good and hope that the macro breaks to the upside. And if it fails, you have your stop losses set up below the strategic levels, you know, where when you're breaking a strategic level, it now makes sense to not own the asset. Yeah. Because you're trading based on the fact that it's above that level and has back tested that level successfully. So, that's what you're hoping for. Just hope, I hope Bitcoin goes on a bear market rally and we run up to 960 billion. And even if the downtrend continues, you just made a lot of money in the bear market. I mean, like, if, say, total market cap, we talked about buyers defended that 2018 peak. If Bitcoin rallied, its upside potential is 18%. So the total market cap in crypto could appreciate. It could go up $150 billion from here. based on technicals, inflection points before it makes any sense for a massive reversal. So you don't know if like what buyers have just done in late November, them defending that key level from 2018 as support now, you don't know it's going to play out. But if it does, you have assets out there that make plenty of sense for a long. And that's what I'm saying. You don't have to know where an asset's going to make money. But we do know what inflection points are, and we do know price action correlates to those inflection points. And there's certain things they do that can help us really gain confidence to believe it's going up next. And if it doesn't, hey, we take on minimal losses, move on with our day. So anyway, sorry, I blacked out.
No, that was just straight up alpha. And I really have to learn like everything that you're talking about, because I want to know like what all this means. And I just, it's like a new language almost.
It literally is like Greek language. Yes.
Yeah.
Certainly.
So, because I even like have like a whole Google Doc, like as you were talking, I was looking at my Google Doc of my trading notes. Yes, I do notes like a nerd, everybody. But I literally have like,
you have to be a nerd. Like trading.
So like I broke it down like, okay, like my research is very minimal, but from what I do have, like I like copy and paste images, some candlestick stuff I have so far, what kind of candlesticks, I have some stuff on trends, what are moving averages and like blah. But I do have this all laid out. I'm working on it, friends. And that's why I have to learn the alpha. That's why I have to learn from the Lord, Mitch Ray. But you were also talking about how, like, you know, we were talking about the dream before. You want to elaborate on our conversation pre-stream?
Yeah. Okay. Sure. So I was making the analogy to the movie Blow, which Randi has not seen that movie, and I told her if we're going to keep talking, then she has to see the movie Blow with Johnny Depp, an American classic. And we're talking about the scene where Johnny Depp's in the jail cell with the other guy, and you know he finds out that Johnny Depp was selling weed or whatever, and you know they're in their bunks, and he's like, hey, whatever his name is, you had a dream, a good dream, but it is the wrong dream. And so I'm saying that to Miss Teen Crypto because she loves crypto, but that's in this analogy or metaphor that crypto is weed, but I believe the real dream is traditional technical analysis with like over 100 years of backing of research and stuff that's proven to give you an edge if you do it right. So trading, technical analysis, TA, charts, and then yes, crypto's fine, you know, but why not commodities, equities, currencies, anything with a chart on it? You know, it's a universal language. So it's like mathematics of charts. So why limit yourself to one market when you can find opportunity on all markets? Because there's not going to be opportunity in crypto all the time. You're going to have to find opportunity somewhere else. And there has been opportunity everywhere, even in this bear market. It's out there. Energy, XLE had been going to the moon, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, underperforming bearish patterns, pivot, and running again to all highest highs. So that's why I'm saying the real dream is TA. So, you know, you got, you've been killing it. You've been doing well, but you were selling the wrong product. You know, I'm saying not really, not the wrong thing or anything. It was like an analogy. So, but that's like, I use crypto as a gateway drug to get people that would never dream of getting into something like this into it. Cause like they get brought into the SEO, search engine optimization, Bitcoin Live, right? They love crypto. They've never participated. A lot of people in this space have never participated in a traditional financial market like stocks or currency, Forex. And they really don't know that this world exists. But if I'm able to articulate it well enough to them, they could possibly become inspired and understand it. And I know there are a lot of people in our community that they had no idea that they were going to fall in love with this world that's been around, that's very underground. It's not taught in college or anything. It's not out there. So, and I think a lot of people in your chat probably were like that. They got into crypto, but then they stayed for the TA.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people in the chat are our TA friends. And also, shout out to Bidmoon for the super chat. He said, Doge is zesty. Indeed, very zesty. And Brad said something good in the chat as well. Shout out to Brad. He said, success in TA relies on risk management and probabilities. You give yourself a greater probability for success when using TA. You minimize losses by using risk management and proper position sizing. I think that's definitely true. Risk management is taught through TA because then, you become.
How do you manage your risk? If you can't go by inflection points, supports, resistances from the past, and you want to trade, how do you trade? You can't. You're like blind without using traditional technical analysis that's been researched for over 100 years. You're literally blind. You don't have eyes. This is your eyes. These are your eyes. So you can't manage your risk without seeing a chart, in my opinion. So, and you manage your risk by entering close to those levels and among other things, and then having a stop loss set up strategically below those levels because you have a reason to enter based on your argument with TA. And when the asset falls below that critical inflection point, then all of a sudden your argument becomes to not own that asset because that was the whole reason for you to long to begin with. So, but the whole thing is you want to have a 3-to-1 reward of risk because if you doing that, you only have to win 33% of your trades, which that is common knowledge that you're not going to win all your trades. You're not even going to win most of your trades. All you have to do is win 33% of them if you're practicing proper position sizing every trade. So, yeah.
Good
TA
stuff.
is the way. Yeah. Because crypto can only go so far. Crypto equals, oh, wow, we found out most of crypto, unfortunately, is a scam. Bitcoin is amazing. It's the same thing it was forever ago since its inception. But we just found out NFTs are kind of a joke. Yeah.
I would not say that.
I mean, like in terms of like, there's nothing wrong with the art. Hey, I have NFTs, tons of NFTs too. It's cool and all, but like, you saw now, after the mania ended, 99% of all the volume on all the NFT exchanges is gone. That was a bubble mania, and now no one uses it. Like, no one uses Decentraland. Mana, like, how many active users do they have on Decentraland, would they say? Chat, I know chat knows. Like that, they were all hyped up, and it's cool. I think that's good because eventually, like, you'll go down 98%, but then it'll pivot there, right?
Yeah,
it'll be like, hey, that's accumulation, I guess. Even though you lost 98%, there's 2% there that weren't there the first time, right, on that first low. So I guess you got that, but DeFi, it ended up being a completely huge scam. And no one benefited from it. You lock up your coin. Ethereum.
Only a few. There were only a few. Okay, there are a lot of projects that went sour this bear market, and that's good. That needs to happen. Not all of them. No,
they went south price wise. People lost money. Like,
of course, the whole market's down. The whole world is down right now. But there's really great projects building. DeFi, they're still building. Even Uniswap was kind of what got me into DeFi when it first took off in 2020.
Big pump today.
And
Uniswap.
So I was looking at that, and that was what helped me enter DeFi and get into DEXs. And now they have NFTs, and they're nice. They acquired Genie, which I believe is an NFT aggregator. Blah blah blah. So there's a lot of good things. DeFi is okay. CFI. Well, it's a TradFi system. That's the problem. That I'm worried about. This is gonna bounce back.
It's just most of DeFi wasn't DeFi. Almost all of it was it's all centralized. Unless you get a Satoshi, a guy who's just gonna, he's gonna create it and then create it anonymously and then part ways with it. How does it not be centralized when you have an entity that owns it and has coins of it and all that? You have to pull a Charlie lead to get away from it, I guess, right? But they wouldn't do that. How many all these people like Mashinsky and Do Kwon? I
have nothing to say about those dudes. But
there's so many that haven't been exposed yet, that haven't completely collapsed yet. They're still there, hanging on.
There's a few platforms that I think are hanging on a little bit. But again, Alex Mashinsky, Celsius, that wasn't really DeFi. That was pretty much CeFi. So like, you know, that was like you actually had to give your keys to them. Like in DeFi, like, you know, true DeFi, you get to like hold your keys and with a lot of these projects and, you know, do whatever you want to do.
You hold your keys on an asset that loses 99% of its value. It's like
it depends on what you're doing. It depends on what you're doing.
Okay, so
like even like, okay, so like for example, like there are like certain tokens that are like straight up utility tokens and they don't really have value. Like, especially in gaming. Sometimes they use just tokens for, you know, that have an unlimited supply, whatever. And they don't really have to have value. And like they trade just because they trade, but it's not something that's supposed to be valuable.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, like I've always been, even when I entered in 2017, like I've always been skeptical of crypto. And like when all this stuff happened, it's like, this is the same stuff. It's just smells a little different, right? The same crap where it's just like the mania and now it's like, here we are. It's almost like nothing even got accomplished this cycle.
I think
damage was done to it, really, crypto, because of all the scammers. Like
Not really. If you look at the last cycle and now, like the adoption is totally different. There's completely different people in here. When I was first like 2016, when I was first looking into crypto, there was nothing going on. There was nothing that would have intrigued me at that point. Besides, I was just a nerd that liked it, right? I wouldn't have been into crypto at all. Yeah, but now there's a lot more. There's gaming. There's a ton of things. Like wallets are a lot easier to use. You could gift crypto a lot easier. There's a lot of big money coming into crypto now, so it's a lot easier to onboard people. It's just that the actors in this space have changed, and they're going to continue to change. But actually, crypto and the development happening in this space is still going on very rapidly. So I wouldn't say that any of it. It was just the actors that changed. Like, that wasn't really DeFi. Like, you know, a lot of the staking and stuff like that. Like, that was just straight up people were using those as a bank. But that's what pushes us to be our own bank.
Yeah. Can you speak on like the whole Ethereum thing where they had it, you would stake, and then there was an unlock date?
I don't even know. I couldn't keep up with that.
They changed it to where you can't unstake your Ethereum now.
I have to look into that, actually.
I remember the date it happened. I was live for it. We had like a countdown, like a marathon stream for it when they actually let it happen. And I was thinking maybe I should do this, but I never did because it's like, I don't know. What do you learn about last cycle? Anything new in crypto, probably not going to end well the first time. Maybe the second cycle, third cycle of it, but you know, that's kind of what happened. And now I just don't know. I mean, like that's the second largest crypto in the world. And like you have centralized forces and Ethereum dictating like, well, nope, we're not going to let you unstake your Ethereum now. So, and again, just so you know, for the record, I don't think Bitcoin's the same as like, when I say crypto, it's not Bitcoin. Bitcoin's by itself. It's the same. It's this thing that exists. It's mathematical impeccability. Like it's amazing. Like there's nothing about Bitcoin that is the same as Ethereum or anything else. Like nothing. So,
except Litecoin.
Litecoin, Charlie Lee. I mean, there's like a guy like that created it. I mean, like Litecoin,
but still completely decentralized.
Is it? Well, I mean,
a fair launch, one of the fairest launch, probably the fairest launch besides Bitcoin.
If I'm like,
I'm just throwing it out there.
What's faster?
Proof of work,
right? Way faster than Bitcoin too. So like, its utility would be, hey, look, all my I have a store value, whatever, Bitcoin, and then but I need to make a transaction. Like, I'm gonna put some money in a poker account or something like that. Well, I would use Litecoin for that.
And right, they have there's MWeb that's out too. So
Wimble.
Mm-hmm. But it's like they're adding it to wallets. It's still not on a lot of wallets yet, but it's getting there.
Do you know about the whole whatever happened with the whole? They became like the official crypto of the Miami Dolphins. Is that a thing still?
I don't know about that. No.
See, that would be like, if it's not, like, what happened? I mean, that's adoption. Like when you have official cryptos of NFL teams, that's fine, but then when you get like exchanges that are getting naming rights to stadiums, that's getting weird. It's that centralized aspect, right? So there's nothing, like, I don't think the cryptos themselves did anything wrong, right? It was like, yeah, like you're saying, the actors. and stuff like.
It was the actors,
Doge, right? Doge is Doge. It's not scamming anybody. You know, it's protocol. It's an algorithm, right?
Yeah. Also, Merge Mind with LTC, which I think is pretty dope as well.
What is it?
Merge Mind.
Oh, what is? Tell me more about that.
So I believe the way it works is if you mine Litecoin, you can get Doge and vice versa. If someone wants to clarify that for me.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it basically like, I want to say saved, but almost saved Doge. I believe the story goes. I have to really I want to get that story clear because I hate speaking on things I'm not 100%. I'm talking technically.
What do you mean?
Like blockchain wise, there was something that was going on with Doge, and then Litecoin kind of saved it. I have to get the story down. Actually, you guys might see Charlie Lee on the show, maybe, and maybe he'll explain it.
That'd be cool. Yeah. Definitely get him back on. Let's ask questions about how Litecoin possibly saved Doge. That sounds like a movie plot or something, right?
Yeah, it was a very zesty occurrence. If someone wants to add that in the chat, the exact thing that went down. Because I know, but I hate speaking on things I'm not 100% sure about.
Yeah, they did say you get Doge when you mine Litecoin.
Yeah. See? Okay.
Well, if you merge mine and Litecoin, it's Linecoin. What about line dancing coin?
Line dancing coin. Okay, so let's talk about that because I know it's a popular. I'm gonna sit back and chillax for this. This is a popular topic within the chat, Mitch Ray. Yeah, lean back. Bring your mic. There,
right.
There you go. Let
me get some water here.
I'll get my agua too. So, line dancing. Have you gone since we last since you were last on the show?
No, I've not. I have not.
And why is this? Because we did talk about on the show how there is a place a few blocks away from you. I forgot what you said the name was. It was a pretty cool name. But
Neon Moon, but they don't really do line. It's, they play country music and there's like a crazy dance floor and stuff, but no one's line dancing or square dancing on it. It's just like I'm gonna call like college girls and college guys just like doing the dance with their bodies. They're moving their bodies. They're just they're just like, this is all they're doing, and that's it. But
what is it? What are they doing?
I don't know. Like they're driving a tractor or something. Yeah, it's lame, but I never dance. I'll go there, but I hate it because like it's so loud. You can't even hear. What I hate about bars, like you can't even converse with people. You can't talk. It's like you have to scream at the top of your lungs. And I have like sensitive hearing, so like when you go in somewhere loud, you're like deaf when you have good hearing. Because like I hear everything going loud, but someone right up here screaming in my ear, I can't hear them because there's so much other noise going on. So anyway, not a good place. But yeah, line dancing, I don't know where you'd have to like Google it and look it up and then go there. And that sounds like a lot of work. So, but I think, it probably is like riding a bike, I guess.
Sorry, I just had to send a message in the chat. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty surprised that you're like, I mean, okay, I'm gonna rephrase. So you're not a club person, like you're not like you would like even, but not even like that's like not even like clubby vibe. Like it's like a bar type vibe, and like you could like like as you said, dance like this. Yeah, that's the way they dance over there. Have you gone to a club? Do you dance? Have you done any dancing since we last were on stream? So okay. I was away as we all know. I did do a stream from my aways, and they were trying to get me to dance like a lot. Like there was, so I like made friends with a lot of staff. Like I do that kind of like wherever I go. I love talking to people. Anyway, so this girl that I was like clicking with, she was like trying to get me to dance and stuff. It was a mess, but like I did try. There was an attempt, but not really. But like it wasn't line dancing, So
what kind of dancing?
Maybe if it was, I'd be more interested. It was just like, I don't know, like they I guess they had dances that they
show me what they were doing.
Oh, I can't because they were just beautiful human beings, and they just
beautiful
like
human beings.
Yes, because they all know how to like dance so well, and like they're so nice. Like I mean, like beautiful human beings in the sense that they're just like very nice people, and like they know how to dance straight up. I was just so intimidated. It was like I was watching them and I was like, wow, I cannot do that.
You can't do what they were doing.
No.
It sounds like really technical.
And
you don't even know what genre it was. You were just
it was just like pop, I guess. Like it was just like
Fortnite dances, right? I mean, I figured
no, not Fortnite dances. Like
no,
it was actual. They were actually talented, you know.
Wow.
Fortnite dances like
run of the mill. Just go to a line dancing bar. This was like serious.
No, this was not anything southern. This was like when I was away, so I was like out of the country.
Yeah. So I'm just reading some of the chat.
Did you see those comments that dance like this? It's just cartwheels. I'm freaking dead.
Yeah, I'm a pretty good cartwheeler. But,
could you cartwheel?
I mean, maybe if I needed to. Like, definitely if I was, in a situation where I needed to do a cartwheel, yeah, I'd be okay.
So what would be that situation?
Oh, man. It'd be like you're on a desert island and there's, a local tribe that they say, hey, look, man, our ritual is, if you can't cartwheel, you die. But if you do cartwheels successfully, you live. And that situation would be perfect. I'd be like, okay, put it to the test. And then I would do the cartwheel and survive. And they would, I'd become one of their own. And then, I'd be part of the tribe.
Are you confident that you could do this cartwheel?
Oh, yeah. In that situation, life or death, absolutely. Absolutely. But,
like, straight legs and everything. Like, because, you can't fall over. Like, you got to, like, be like, woo! Like,
I mean, if you fall over, you're done. I mean, I think this tribe might eat you or something, because they ran out of bugs. This island doesn't have any more bugs on it. So.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's
God
scary.
Forbid.
Yeah.
See,
statue of Klaus Schwab on the island too.
Oh my God!
Did you hear he had a second heart attack today?
Who? Klaus Schwab?
Yeah, it's the bugs. Ugh.
Oh, did he now?
Yep.
Sorry to him, I guess. I don't know what to say. I mean, he's not a favorable person, but I guess heart attacks are no good.
No, they're not good. But my God, if the dude is a neo-globalist communist, and he doesn't want you to own property, and he wants people to starve, and I don't know, not a good guy. But yeah, I'm not even saying anything beyond anything, just reporting the news to you, okay, Randy? He had a second heart attack. That's it. That's as far as we have to go. We don't have to go any further.
Thank you for the report.
It happened. So that was
some unbiased journalism.
Yeah, right. Not saying anything after. I mean, a lot of people did the, Ivan Drago, if he dies gif, But please tell me you've seen that.
No.
Oh my God, y'all. She has not seen Rocky 4. Wow.
Oh, Rocky. No, I have not.
Oh my God. So many movies, so many things you must see. Classic American cinema.
I mean, wonderful. I've watched like good movies, I guess. Like,
but you've never seen Lord of the Rings.
No.
So those are the best movies ever created. Any humans ever created anything. Those 3 movies were the best ever.
So Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, but then like Blow, and then we just know Rocky, all the Rockies. So I mean, you have plenty of movies you could watch.
So Rocky, all these mad movies, man, mad movies. I mean,
amazing movies.
Someone says the Crypto Clan, she needs movie coaching. I feel like I do. I think I watch some core good movies. I'm very into dystopian stuff these days. So like The Matrix,
Black Mirror.
Oh, Black Mirror. Oh, don't even get me started with Black Mirror.
Just existing now,
right? Oh my God. And it came out years ago. It came out years ago. And how spot on it is.
Oh, have you read 1984? You should. You should read.
I know I should. It's very dystopian too, right?
Yeah, but that's your thing, right? I mean, if you like dystopic stuff, then 1984 is where all of it came from.
Very predictive.
Yeah, of where I mean, saying like, oh, I mean, it's almost like they wrote the book on it. It's almost like the book he wrote was like a handbook for the communist Chinese and all these neo-globalists.
Have you seen Snowpiercer? I believe is the name of the movie.
No, I've heard of it.
You need to watch it. That is one you should waste no time.
The one where you eat the bugs?
Yes. Okay, so it's so freaking fricked up. So basically, it's people that live on a train, and the front half of the train is, all the rich people, I guess, the upper class. And then the main population is in the back of the train, and they feed them poop, basically. And then we find out what they eat, because they give them these little bars, right? And it looks disgusting. Ugh. You will find out what it is, and maybe the bugs are involved. It's absolutely effed up. You need to watch the movie, and it's basically because the earth got so cold that people couldn't go outside anymore because of climate change, and climate change took over the world, and now it's too cold.
Though? Or was it bullcrap? Like, did it really get too cold? Or was it like a
you'll
lie?
see at the end of the movie. I'm like in between about that answer.
Okay, because
you have to watch the movie. It's really good.
Now is you have like these forces, these like shadowy. They're not even behind the scenes. It's the World Economic Forum. They are actually using climate alarmism. They're overstating it, and they're using that to change laws. Like Netherlands, there are thousands of farmers that the government's like going to appropriate their farmland. That doesn't. You don't do that in Western society. That's what you do in communist Russia. That's what they did, like government appropriation of farmland. And guess what happens after that? Starvation, famine.
Yeah.
So they're actually doing that. The stuff you just said on this movie, well, it's not actual climate change. Like, we know there's climate change and all that, but to the extent of they're trying to do, like, I mean, this knee-jerk reaction is causing so many problems.
Yeah, and they're relating to that movie, like that episode of Black Mirror where I don't even know what the name of the episode was, but they were it was like one guy and one girl, like they kind of like meet, they like each other, but in the midst of like what they had to do all day was sit and pedal and play this game, I guess, like, and sit and pedal all day, like at this like it looked like a Peloton, and basically they were pedaling all day, and none of them went outside, but it was never stated why. But that's what they do all day. They live in a little box that's totally artificial. It wakes up, it's a screen of like a chicken going, and you wake up, and yeah, it's definitely a matrix. You walk outside your room, you eat from a vending machine, whatever, then you go and bike all day. You earn your points so that way you could continue to use products, right? You have to earn the points. The points within the game are stuff that you use to buy things like your toothpaste, or you have to watch it really weird. But by the end of the movie, the show, by the end of the episode, the guy that was, in that small little box, he gets promoted to like an apartment, and they give you a window view of the apartment, and it's just all forest and like trees. So it makes me think like there's so many movies about us not being able to like go outside. That's so scary to me.
That represents that, like, the way that the people that made this new reality, if they use the guise of climate change, is saying it wasn't climate change. In fact, look how well nature is flourishing right now.
Yeah.
So maybe that's it, but I haven't seen it.
I've watched I'm pretty sure I've watched every single episode of Black Mirror. It really makes you think.
Yeah, well,
100%.
The only way we get into these situations is when parents are no longer teaching their children the values of their ancestors or people before them. I mean, that's how it works. So
I think a lot of that's lost.
Well, when you have government, like more government, like you answer this question. I mean, like these dystopic, crazy, weird scenarios in Black Mirror, you think there's a higher probability of those becoming real realities with more government or less government?
I mean, probably more, because you have to have like more control in order to implement a lot of these things. Exactly. I feel, yeah.
So it's like the whole moral of the story is the government they're there for services, certain things, but in protection and all that. But you can't let the government get too large and too, like, it just,
because we're gonna eat bugs.
Yeah, we will.
No.
Klaus Schwab saying they've infiltrated cabinets of governments. They're in all the media organizations. They control everything, all the institutions, education systems. They've been infiltrated. And so
I
he
don't
said
know.
that openly. They openly say that. And it's like, it's not a conspiracy theory when it's actually being blatantly said by them at every single conference that they do. So
I don't want the bugs.
I don't either.
I want a steak. I haven't had steak in a while. I want some.
That's why it's important to learn the ways of the TA. So you can buy low and sell high. You can buy at inflection points with a discernible edge where there's a higher probability of a reversal occurring at that level than there would otherwise be going below that support. So you can just at least keep up with inflation to where you're not going to have to ever eat the bugs. So that's what I'm saying, right?
So TA is the way to not eat the bugs.
It is the right dream.
So speaking of TA, why you always like, I know I was like teasing you before about, you know, how you open your stream, you're like traders. So you also end your stream with respect the TA, and then boom, and then you're out. Why do you do respect the TA? Where did respecting the TA come from, and why is this your outro?
So it's kind of interesting. I mean, it's a little mix of levels are respected. You know, like if an asset hits a level and a support or a level that is potentially support from history where there's been inflection, where a reversal occurred back then, and then it does it again. But you know, you're looking at it before it happens, and then it goes down, hits that level, and then rallies off of that. It's like it's respecting that support as support again, or the vice versa, where it's respecting resistance as resistance again. That's one thing about it, but really, it's kind of funny. There, you know, in another world, I'd be a meteorologist. Like my uncle worked at the Weather Channel.
Yeah,
forever. He was an OG and all that, and one of the meteorologists locally, he's a legend named James Spann, excuse me. And I grew up watching him. I was in elementary school when he came to our school to like just do a thing, you know, like a big presentation and all that.
Yeah.
But you know, anytime there's like tornadoes or bad weather, like that's who I watch, and that's who everyone watches around here. One of his slogan is respect the polygon. The polygon meaning like when you're in the polygon on the chart or on the radar, that means you better get to a basement because that's where the tornado is. And so respect the polygon. And I'm like, respect the TA. I kind of went with it like that. So just kind of a guy who I looked up to, who was like a big impact in my life growing up. You know, James Spann was at my uncle's funeral when he passed. So, you know, but like he was a legend, a local legend here. There are many meteorologists that are all over in Birmingham that like looked up to James Spann or looked up to my uncle, excuse me. And James Spann was one, Mark Prater, JP Dice, another, and many others, like, cause he taught meteorology classes at Troy University too in his later days and stuff like that. So I don't know, all that kind of, to me, you know, like reading charts on the weather, reading the radar, it's so similar to charts like using traditional technical analysis, where it's like it's inexact, right? I mean, like someone, you know, could predict the weather and it's completely off today, but if you keep every day you're trying to predict the weather and all the variables are implying there's going to be rain, there's the good dew point, right, with temperature, so you'll get a big spawn of storms that afternoon, and then they all pop up, and it's like, how'd they know that? You know, it's like they're using different variables to predict potential outcomes, and there's a higher probability, right? There's a 60% chance, 7% chance of rain based on all the variables they've used, right? Or they've identified all these variables that give you that chance. So it's the exact same with charts, where there's no 100% certainty on this stuff. And in fact, most of the time you're getting a 60% edge. You're getting a very marginal edge for success, but that's okay when you're also practicing good position sizing, you know, have tight stop losses and good reward to risk ratios. So, you know, I didn't feel like going to Mississippi State to get my meteorology degree. So, you know, but I think that's a big reason why, like, traditional technical analysis, like, spoke to me so much because I was already, I took meteorology classes at Alabama, but I just never got my degree in it. It just spoke to me so much, the similarities of them. So, and my uncle, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah.
So respect the TA.
Respect the TA, respect the Polygon, for sure.
Yay.
Definitely do that.
That's beautiful. I love that. That was nice to hear the backstory. So, guys,
I've never told anyone about that. I don't think anyone's ever known that. So
really,
yeah,
because I know I wanted to. Yeah, like I know I was gonna ask you about it last stream, but last stream we were like 2 hours in, and I was just like, okay, I could save it for next time. But I like that. Very nice. And I know you do the local 8s, like, and you do like the whole, like, weather, and I think that's pretty cool too. Like, I notice the small things.
Yeah, like all the, like, currently, right, you see, like, those are all, maybe I said that before, I don't know, like all the, where it says currently and shows little weather GIF.
Yeah.
Where it's raining. Those are all 1990s, like, actual Weather Channel.
Stop.
Icons. Yeah, they
I'm
are
dead.
from the Weather Channel. Yeah, I had to look the deepest parts of the internet to find them, but I did love it. So, yeah, little Easter eggs like that, that it's me, the whole like composite operator thing, changing the weather. That was fun. I want to do that more often, like where I'm not like actually composite man, but like where if you tip, you're changing the weather.
Yeah.
Fun. So,
wow.
Yep. So, I mean, y'all don't get many tornadoes up there, do y'all?
No, not at all, y'all.
Just blizzards, right?
We do not.
Rubbing off on you. I'm a good influence, huh?
Y'all. No, I don't get tornadoes. I don't think I've ever experienced a tornado in my lifetime. I don't even think it. I've experienced like a little. We don't even get earthquakes, but I did experience like one tiny one. But I was like really small.
An earthquake.
Earthquake.
Wow, I've never felt one of those. I bet that's crazy.
All right, so I was like really small, like so tiny that I was in like the kids part of like Six Flags water park, and like I remember like I was in the middle of that, and like like in those water parks where they have that big bucket that swings and then like splashes all the kids.
Yes.
So I was
like fills up and then
Oh my god, those are so lit. Anyway, that thing was like just like going wild, right? And I remember looking at it like, okay, like it's just gonna spill, right? But it was just really going wild, and all of a sudden the like lifeguards were like woo woo and like blowing whistles.
This was in New York.
This was in Jersey.
Jersey, isn't it? Jersey?
But it was felt in New York too. Like everyone did. Like in Jersey,
like
New York.
Fault line there?
I have no idea. You're asking me the wrong questions. You're the weatherman.
I'm not a geologist though.
I mean,
earthquakes are out of the.
Doesn't that contribute?
I don't think so. No, they're different. Completely.
I thought that was in like the same camp, like storms and everything like that.
I mean, storms, like think about like, the atmosphere and rain and clouds and temperature and all that. None of that has any bearing on below the surface, right? Where you've got.
True. I mean, tornadoes are scary, then like earthquakes are scary, and then earthquakes can cause tsunamis, and then like that's scary. Like
tsunamis are nuts. That I think like different, but yeah, I think the NOAA would issue the alerts though for sure. The NOAA, like the oceanic. So
you've experienced a tornado?
Yes.
What's that like?
Well, this one was really scary because it was the 2011 largest tornado outbreak in meteorology history, right? To this date, it still holds the record. I believe there were 188. Hold on. Let me see if I'm off here.
In the chat, let's stay positive out here. I feel like a few times I've experienced some salt in the chat. Let's keep it nice.
Who's salty?
What were you talking about? Don't pay attention. I'm just shouting it out. Also, if you're enjoying this, smash the likes. Thanks.
There were 292 tornadoes in 16 states on April 27th alone, and that tornado I experienced in Tuscaloosa was the centerpiece of all those tornadoes. It was the most devastating. It was the largest. EF4 killed 42 people in Tuscaloosa that day. And it was really scary because like the sirens had been going off all day and I got really desensitized to them. So I was actually like they would go off in the morning. Classes were canceled that day because everyone knew how bad it was going to be. And multiple times it went off. And then the time it didn't go off, the tornado took out the sirens. So I was playing Warcraft, and my brother-in-law calls me. I'm like, what? He's calling me. That's weird. I answer. He's like, are you okay? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, dude, there's a massive tornado like where you are right now. And like I got up immediately and turned on the TV, and James Spann on one side of the TV, on the other side of the TV was like the actual tornado. I'm like, oh my God. I look out my window and it's just these black swirling clouds.
Oh my
and I'm
God.
like, oh, I've never like been in person with clouds that scary and ominous before. And I go to my kitchen and look out, and I had a good view of Bryant-Denny Stadium, Alabama's stadium, and the tornado looked like it was about to hit the stadium, but it was thankfully behind it. But like at that point, it was so fast you couldn't tell the difference between the ground and the sky. Like there was just
wow.
It was just, yeah, and the sun was out too on the backside, and it was like beaming on the tornado, and you could see like all these reflective like metal pieces of metal and whatever flying. And I mean, my heart like dropped right there because I mean, at that point, I'd never really seen a tornado like that close, and it seemed like it was going so fast that if it turned, it could be at my place in minutes. So fast. Yeah. So that I was just like, ran downstairs and I was screaming, before I went outside, like as it was getting closer and closer, like to being, I guess, perpendicular with me or whatever, like all my power, like it was like flickering and then just shut off. And then I run outside and I start screaming, top of my lungs, tornado, oh my God. And people start running outside. People that didn't know. A lot of people, no clue, because the sirens desensitized all of us earlier that day. And I think like if the tornado was just in another trajectory headed towards me, I'd be dead. Probably from that. I would have not gone in my basement. There's no way you survive on the second floor of a building with a tornado that size. No way.
Wow. So it was wiping out buildings essentially. Like if you were walking.
It leveled Tuscaloosa, downtown Tuscaloosa in a lot of ways. It leveled it.
That's horrifying.
It's scary. It was like the damage. You could look it up online. Tuscaloosa tornado, April 27, 2011. I mean, you're talking about there was no running water. I had to leave. I was supposed to walk for graduation, and they canceled it. And so like I had to go to Birmingham, and no power, no water for a while. And so like, but I was leaving, there were these huge cylinders, that were just like in the ground. I'm like, how did those things move? Those had to be tons. And it's like that tornado was so powerful that it just leveled, and just things that shouldn't be there were there. So it was definitely a crazy time, but it was ironic because I was taking an advanced meteorology class that semester. And it just like happened to be, he gave us all straight A's, or A pluses, excuse me, for that class. Cause it's like, look, you kind of hit the lottery. If you're taking my class and this happens, you win, you get an A plus. So it was kind of cool, I guess that happened, but
wow,
that was the only silver lining to it, I guess.
That's pretty wild. I'm gonna shout it out. Like I'm horrified at tornadoes. Like it's just like the Wizard of Oz. Like Dorothy got swept away and like went to another land. But that could literally just happen to somebody. Like you're just, everything gets picked up and just wrecked. And then you're going to have to like be living off the lands, and then you're going to be like a survivor, and you're going to have to eat the bugs to survive.
What happened?
Like if everything
reality changed,
then this just took a while.
Oh, this is later. This is down the road.
This is like everything gets wiped, and you're going to have to eat the bugs to live.
Children in the world, right? When this happens.
I mean, if you would prefer it that way, but yeah, I'm just talking about like a huge tornado wiping out everything. And Johnny in the chat, he said, no, I'll eat fish from the sea. You know what? If you live near an ocean, that's good. But what if a tornado wipes you out and you got no ocean, Johnny? Where are you going? Like,
no ocean?
No ocean.
Why are there not going to be oceans? What happened?
I don't know. Maybe we're in somewhere that doesn't have oceans.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can get water spouts and stuff, right?
You're really not going with my plan here.
Yeah, I don't know. Like this this has gone beyond
You're just
me.
really breaking this down for me, but that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Weather's cool. Weather's a big part of it for me. Like, I want to go chase a tornado. Like, that's a bucket list thing for sure. Like, go out to like Kansas, Oklahoma, and witness like an F5 and like document it and roll with it, and just, I don't know, take it all in, because that's how much I like weather. So
go for it.
Yeah, it's just doing it would be like, I don't really know where to start. I mean, you just go out there, man. But it's like, man, picking the right times. I'd like to find someone who is a member of our community who's like I think there's a community member who's a storm chaser, but I gotta get in contact with them, because I just like to go. I'd like to experience it and be like, hey man, we're on a safari. You're the guy that knows the safari. Show me the way. Let's do it. Versus me having to be like driving around myself and stuff like that. You know, I'm just kind of whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So Mitch is gonna go chase a tornado.
You're coming.
No.
Right? Definitely coming.
No. I'm gonna be swept away. Like you'll see me like I'm in the air.
You would not be swept away. We wouldn't get that close. I mean, like we'd get close, but
no.
You know.
I'm horrified. That'd
be so
scary.
Fun. They have like tornado vehicles.
Vehicles.
They're like meant for tornadoes.
I don't think anything can really save you if it's picking up buildings essentially over here.
Well, that's like I'm talking like an EF1 or EF0 tornado. You can get an actual like vehicle like planted on the ground. It like grabs the ground and it's like a tank, and like you can sit inside of the tornado like virtually. So that would be really cool to do. Talk about extreme. You know, some people want to bungee jump, or some people want to jump out of an airplane, parachute on.
I want to jump out of an airplane.
But you don't want to chase a tornado, really?
No.
Wow.
That's different. Not it's totally
really.
different.
Not to your body. It's the same adrenaline.
I don't think tornadoes are going to give me adrenaline. I'm just going to be scared. Like jumping out of a plane, I wouldn't be scared. Like I'm ready for that.
Your adrenal glands will be going nuts on both accounts.
I mean, definitely I'll be feeling some adrenaline jumping out of the plane, but I'm just gonna, it's not gonna be the same. It's not gonna be like that, woo, let's go type. It's like, if I'm chasing a tornado, like I'm not gonna be like, woo woo. It's gonna be more like, Someone
said, I want to chase a tornado, but won't pony up to line dancing. I'm only going line dancing if she's going with me. Okay. That's the rule. So.
Wow. That's out there.
Yep. Yeah, I don't want to stick.
One day, you know what? We will line dance.
We will.
One day, yes. I have to like make my way out to the south. Like
you do.
Yeah, I want to go to the south.
Hey,
I love the south.
I wouldn't mind going to New York again. I haven't been since pre-COVID, so I've heard.
There's no line dancing here.
No line dancing, but they have that weird dancing that you can't explain. That sounds pretty cool.
You know what? I don't even know if that's true. I don't even know where like clubs are, to be honest. I can't get into them. So true. It's not like
you don't have a fake ID? Just kidding.
I mean, listen, we all have our loopholes and things, but
we do. Especially at that age. Yep.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't even know where the clubs are anymore. I really got to find that out. Like I got to get like hip into that. I'm just a nerd. I stay home and I do crypto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
nothing
wrong with that.
I gotta get outside and like line dance or something, and like go do something. Touch grass.
You can do that anytime. So I mean, it's good to take breaks from this stuff because it can definitely engulf your life. Which there's nothing wrong with that in ways, but no better time than a bear market to like take a break, and because this is off season for us. I mean, kind of. When the market's flat and not doing anything.
Build season.
Yeah, this is invest in yourself season, right? And this is like just kind of like what are you how much knowledge are you gonna have when the new bull market comes? So you are better able to provide value to the people that watch you. So that's the way your mentality should be right now, where it's like, I need to invest in myself to, insane amount, work so hard right now, for real. And because I guess my whole streaming career, I didn't even know it was going to turn into this, but here I am. It was all in 2018, like the terrible market conditions. So building an audience and building credibility back then. And then like, obviously like teaching people and all that stuff. But when the bull market came, or when the 2019 bullish Gartley appeared, right? If you didn't invest in yourself when that Gartley appeared, it would be when it started reversing, you'd have no idea what you're looking at. Most people back then were saying we were going to 2K. It was like 31, 50, 33, 43.
That's like, that reminds me of everyone saying we're going to 10K now, but I digress.
Yeah, I mean, like, there are a lot of people saying we're going to 10K, but then it's just like, it makes sense technically, but in before this 16,200 joke of a level holds a support. But again, it can go up to 19,650 and you're still in a bear trend, but you can make money trading, swing trading, because guess what's happened? If it does that, then you're long on Shiba, because Shiba looks amazing right here technically, or Doge. You've been long on Doge, or you've owned QNT, or you own some of these assets like BCH that they're above. It's above a key level. It sprung and back tested it. Maybe even XRP, maybe even ETC. If you own the assets that you've invested in yourself and you know how to identify a discernible edge on a chart, if you own them, but Bitcoin, maybe you're a little sketched out on it, that's okay. Those assets are going to outperform Bitcoin. They're going to have larger percentage gains. Bitcoin will go up 16%. Some of these will go up 50 to 100%. You'll make your money on your trade, right? You have a trading plan, your entry, your stop loss, and where you're going to take profit and eventually exit your trade. You're going to conclude your campaign like the composite operator does. That's the way you have to play it, because Bitcoin's in a downtrend and it has to break above 20K, 22K before there's even a thought of maybe a trend reversal. So, but in the downtrend, you're going to get periods where you stall out, you pivot, very good things appear, very bullish things appear on certain assets, and you long them, you take a shot on them. Like this summer was the same thing. There were like Algorand. There was a perfect trade setup on it, and it played out brilliantly. It took too long because of illiquid market conditions, but it played out, hit all the targets and stuff. But that's what I'm saying. And that's why it's important to invest in yourself, because when opportunity presents itself, it is far too late to prepare. So do that, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Invest
Respect
in yourself.
the TA.
Well, yeah, you need to respect the TA.
Yes. And of course, none of this is financial advice, friends.
Yeah, I don't know how it could be.
I know, but people misconstrue and they're like, financial advice. Yeah. Coins, 16x Lambo, and yeah.
I mean, the people saying 16x, and see, those are the red flags. Those are the people like, you want to. I mean, what have I said that is hyperbolic, or the people promising things? There's a lot of people that do that, I think, and I think that's how they get a lot of their views, and that's why I'm completely okay staying under the radar, never really going viral or anything like that. I'm not going to be a BitBoy crypto ever. Because it's just like the things I'm talking about are far too dry, and there's no sensationalism to it. It's boring. But that's the whole point. Like, I'm teaching stuff the way algorithms. Trading bots are programmed to think the way I'm trying to teach it. Like, this is majority of trading is done by bots.
Yeah.
But like humans program the bots, and they program the bots based on the traditional technical analysis that's been research for over 100 years. So you want to learn that stuff, and then you want to think like a robot, so you don't eat the bugs. Yeah.
We don't want the bugs. Never that. Mm-hmm. Never that. And Mitch Ray actually goes live every day at 7 p.m. Eastern. If you guys aren't already subscribed, because if you're not at this point, you're freaking crazy. Make sure you subscribe. I'm going to say it, and I mean it when I say it. I don't think your streams are boring. I think they're informational, and I think you say what you need to say. And that's all.
Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah.
I need an intro to TA class. Who would want to see in the chat? Say yes or no. Type your answer. Would you want to see an intro to TA class with Mitch Ray and me? Like a nice little stream.
I think it would. And like we were talking about it before this stream, is like, she comes on my stream and we do like kind of like a rudimentary, like intro to TA where, you know, I'm showing like from scratch almost TA. And so like you're going along with it. And so it's like it would be beneficial to people watching if they're newer as well. So, you know, I think it would be fun and educational in that way, you know.
Okay.
People saying yes.
Yeah, we have some nice feedback here. So like, you know, it could happen. It could not.
If you're on your good behavior.
Right? Good behavior. Okay. Well, what qualifies as good behavior? Because I think, you know, I don't know. I'm pretty zesty at times.
You know, you don't know?
No,
what?
I don't know. I know that I don't know.
Sorry, I'm drinking nice filtered water.
Oh,
very good. I don't know. I mean, like, you know,
very specific about your water.
I am. I like filtered water.
Mm-hmm.
Get all the iron out and all the weird stuff, all the impurities in faucet water. Anyway, I don't know. I mean, they would just be like, yep, we'll schedule it or whatever, I guess. So we'll go with that. But just know, I mean, like, you know, Scott Carney, the only person I have on. I mean, I had Richard Hart on once, but I didn't know how big of I'm not even going into it. It was a terrible mistake. And I'm like, I'll never have anyone else on again, you know? So it's like Scott Carney, because of that guy, Richard Hart. So, anyway, yeah, I mean, it'd be like a big deal having on stream because I never do that. It's normally just me. It's dry. It's business. It's charts, unless we have a pump stream, and then it's fun. I mean, it's like really fun. That's like when like my numbers double, like I've triple concurrent viewership because people that don't really care about traditional technical analysis show up. So, you know, yeah, we'd do something like that. Education.
Cool. Right. I feel special.
Yeah. Oh, I mean.
So, yeah, I guess like I could be your guest redemption.
What is that? Guest redemption?
Yeah, like, you know, like I could be the redemption for you to want guests again. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like the Great Wall of China right now, or whatever it is, or the Iron Curtain, kind of like isolationist.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I didn't even ask you about like anything going on with crypto. I guess we could talk about it for a few minutes. I wanted to ask you, what do you think of like everything that is going on with like SBF and stuff?
Dude's a fraud, and clearly, I mean, you know how much money he contributed to a certain political affiliation, and you know who owns who is on that sports team.
Yeah. All
the mainstream media. So it's not in the mainstream media's best interest if they go against the guy and, you know, that gave $40 million to their sports team, right? So why would they ever do anything but try to paint him as a guy who like was trying to do something virtuous, but it just blew up in his face and whoops. But we all know, like, Alameda, just ad-lib Alameda with Sam Bankman-Fried, because he was that was his personal account, Alameda. So when you paint Alameda and you ad-lib it with Sam Bankman-Fried, it gives you a better understanding of how bad things were. So dude's a scammer, and all the, you know, the entities out there are giving him a pass because it benefits them. They don't want anyone to know. Like, the least amount of people, least amount of dumb normies that know about him contributing $40 million to Democrats, the better, because this is bad, and they're going to try to let it blow over. Yeah. And I mean, I think as of today, they're starting to investigate him or something because there was fraudulent activity. I think in Texas, they're already calling for a lawsuit. He has to show it for.
I think that's in February.
Leave it to like Texas, right? Surprised Florida hadn't done it either. I mean, like, like, he needs to answer for this stuff.
I agree.
It's like he's trying to treat it like he's the pro, right? He's the one, the CEO and the owner. And it's like, that's almost like what he's saying is he's a professional race car driver, and he's driving 200 miles an hour, doesn't know what he's doing, and crashes and kills a bunch of people. Oh, and then survives. And he's like, well, I just didn't know like really kind of how it went. These things just happen, mislabeled funds. And
yeah,
I don't know. It's like, dude, you were the captain of the ship. Everything falls on you, and all that money that he took. And what's the other thing that broke today? Oh my God, like unbelievable. Like just lies after lies after lies. Was that he said he claimed he didn't know how his $16.4 million Bahama mansion got listed under his parents. He said that.
Oh yeah, and like, it's supposed to be a company property, I believe. It was supposed to be company property. Yeah, I've been covering this all week, and it's just really frustrating, honestly, to watch the interviews. And it's just like he's looking down, like I wish I could do that. And get my way.
You don't. I mean, that's like
give like puppy eyes and stuff like that, and just get my way like that. Imagine if life really worked like that for us regular people. But I think it's insane what happened, and my heart really does go out to everyone that was affected, whether that's FTX and all the ripple effects of that, like BlockFi and like a ton of other things that are going on. Like my heart really does go out to you guys, but it does push us to that revolution of just being your own bank, having your crypto in your wallet, and, pushing this message of decentralization, pushing out DEXs, and just really peer-to-peer as much as we can.
A lot of this has done so much damage to the crypto space in terms of like the optics of it. But yeah, like, I mean, if you look at like a lot of the cryptos, I mean, they exist, and it's not the cryptos that were doing the damage. It was the people that created them out of nothing. And they're ones that are older, like Litecoin and Bitcoin, Ethereum, all that. I mean, they're there still. They're not the things, they didn't rug pull anybody, I mean, like a lot of this is a boom and bust cycle. And that's why I think traditional technical analysis is so important, because when you know how to read charts, you understand when a trend has truly begun to reverse. And then you're able to identify predictable patterns that have shown up on charts for 100 plus years. You're able to identify them. And when you know what kind of trend you're in, you understand the reliability of that structural development is there's a higher probability that it would be reliable, and then it would outperform once it actually plays out. So I think these are, you don't have to find the bottom, right? You want to find the second, third, fourth bottom. And then when after that's happened, you're waiting for the consolidation phase. And in the consolidation phase is when we find those predictable patterns. There's nowhere else. There's no other market that can give you such absurd, life-changing gains in such a short period of time. So it's like that's why I like TA, and that's why I'm drawn to crypto, because of the volatility and the ability for yield in such a short period of time after you've identified something and then it plays out. Right. And then, having stop loss, of course, because they fail all the time too. They definitely fail. So, I mean, but that's why you need to know this stuff. You need to learn about inflection points and having an edge. What does an edge even mean? All those things are important. So,
valid.
That's the way I look at crypto is, hey, it's their charts. They boom, then they bust. But before they boom, they're in an uptrend, right? They're in higher highs, higher lows consecutively, quietly, subtly, after a long period of flat. And then you then you leg up, and then acceleration of the bull trend, and then it goes into mania, and then the blow off top, and then the crash, and then the dead cat bounce, and then another couple crashes, bearish consolidation, more crashes. And then eventually the sellers get exhausted, and we're looking for that. And we can identify that with our oscillators and other things too, Fibonacci. And we can understand when we know Fibonacci, we understand value. Like, what is value perceived areas? What does that mean, right? And what is premium? Like, what is a premium area? So overbought, oversold, all these things. So there's just so much to learn about traditional technical analysis. So, but again, I was telling you before the stream, like you'd have such a leg up on me learning this stuff, because I didn't start till I was 23 and you're 19. So, yeah, anyway, that's the way I look at I look at crypto. And most people don't look at it like that. Yeah, most people look at it like,
you have a unique view, and that's why like I like listening to your alpha. Like, you really do have a unique view on like not only like the markets, but technical analysis in general. It's very nice. It's very entertaining to watch, in my opinion. I do like it. I like the alpha, which is why it would be cool if eventually we could do like a little sesh, like a beginner beginning to trading and whatever type stream. It would be really cool. Someone said 120 really soon, guys. Really soon. I'm getting there. I'm getting old.
February?
Yeah, I'm getting old. But yeah, I mean, listen, there's been so much that has been going on, and we got to do another stream like this as well, another fireside chat soon to talk more about it. I really appreciate you.
Wow, did we just hit 2 hours?
Yeah, it's 2 hours. That's why I'm like, I have to like, we gotta
when
wrap it.
Do you ever go 2 hours?
Really, not often. Like, I think you're probably the only person I've gone 2 hours with. I think maybe
twice now.
And then I
the
think
other one was.
There was another one, like some that I've gone almost 2 hours, but not like this. But yeah, this was really fun. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you showing charts, even though we had like mad technical issues today.
Stupid.
But this
Next
is what
time,
happened.
remember.
Yes. Next time, like we'll make sure it works beforehand, because usually it does. But you know, not everything goes as planned, but that's okay because we had extra time to chat about line dancing, bugs, all of it. And you know, I know you're gonna after this stream, you're gonna have some cockroach French fries and everything like that. But please, before we head out, Mitch, please shout out everywhere that everyone can find you, and when you go live, shout out anything, and also give us a message. Speak from the heart, Mitch. Let us know what you think about life, or tornadoes, cockroach French fries, or the Matrix. Let me know. Share your message.
When do I share my message? What is this?
Share
right now.
Yeah, share your inspirational message. Something it doesn't have to be
that throughout the stream.
Like, you know, just Mitch, you're driving me crazy. One final nice message for everyone in the chat.
Message.
And one nice message for everyone in the chat, and where they could all find you.
Oh, you can find me on youtube.com/Mitch Ray TA. All my socials are Mitch Ray TA. One word, Mitch Ray TA. But inspirational message. Wow,
it could be any message. Any message.
I mean, like I tell you, it's practical stuff. Be persistent, but invest in yourself. And I said it before, I say it all the time. It's like when opportunity presents itself, it's far too late to prepare. So like, and these are the times, like if you're in this market or whatever, you're not in the market, you're on the sidelines waiting. It's like, these are the times to learn. And for me, like what I would tell you to learn is TA. You want to learn traditional technical analysis now, as soon as you can, because we've been in a bear market for over a year. There will be another huge pump, and we'll be in downtrend still. The pump could be coming soon. I mean, the pump could be coming. I mean, 19,650. Bitcoin above 16.2, 17,581. Above that's 19,650. That's it. There's not many resistance points here. So at the same time, I mean, below 16.2, it's over. You're going to 14K, 12K. So just understand that too. But life is about probabilities, and the more you work on yourself, invest in yourself, the more attempts you put into things, the greater the probability it is that you will find success. So if you fail, keep trying, be persistent. I guess, I mean, that's what made me successful, was never giving up and just every day coming back. Right. And trying, investing in myself, learning, seeing what works, what doesn't work, failing, and then success. And then, I don't know, the more you work at it, and the more you fail, and then the more you succeed, I feel like, the more, I'll say this, it's like, you can't truly appreciate getting to the top of the mountain. And when you get to the top of the mountain, it will enhance the euphoria you feel when you're at the top of the mountain, and you remember when you were in the valley, right? All those times when you were at the low point, at the nadir, in the thick of it, when you didn't have nearly what you had now, it will be so much sweeter. So something like that, I guess.
Oh, that was sweet. I like that. That was nice. That was sweet. Work hard, everyone. Persistence is key. And Also, thank you, Kenzalog, for the super chat. He says, stack relentlessly, friends. Absolutely. Stack it all, friends. Get after it. Thank you. Right. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate every single one of you. Like, we had a great audience today. The chat was popping. So thank you, everyone. If you enjoyed the show, please like, subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell, share the stream out with friends, comment after this is over. Let us know if we should go line dancing, if Mitch should eat the bugs, and, you know, if you think we're all going to make it. Because we are going to make it. I'll spoil that one for you guys. We are going to make it. But give us a comment afterwards. Yes, manifestation.
Positive visualization. Yeah.
We got to talk about that next time. Okay, that's another subject we could talk about. Guys, let us know in the comments after this is over. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you again for coming, spending 2 hours with us. I appreciate you all. I will see you Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern for the Daily Zest, breaking down the news for you guys Monday to Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern. I got all of you. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend, a happy Friday, and as always, stay zesty and wait. Respect the TA.